something.
Yeah, but you're not going to throw a damn bench through a window.
No,
dude.
but he's Irish. He probably had a
Fucking
drink or
goons.
two. He probably had a drink or two, and the mob mentality kicked in. He's got 6 or 7 guys with him, or however
Fucking
many
hooligans, yeah.
however many they had, and you go after this guy, and he's hiding in a bus. Get out of the bus. I mean, I see it. Do I agree with his actions? Hell no, because dude, at this point, you're a multi-millionaire now. You're in the public eye. Call him out. Fight him. That's the right way to go about it.
Yeah.
But I totally also can see what went down and how it's not. He probably thought, fuck a bus window. I can pay for 10 buses.
Well, he wasn't planning on putting some fucking glass in a dude's cornea. That's for sure.
No, and I think that's the shitty part. Is there's some innocent people who got ripped off of their fight and didn't make their money, which I'm sure Dana took care of Chiesa.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man.
I mean, it was funny to see. I mean, it's comical and shit like that. It's like, this dude's a fucking moron. But
it's Conor goddamn McGregor. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He causes controversy. He causes alarm and drama. And I mean, that's what the dude does.
But where he put himself in that situation, it's not, okay, he's going to be kicked out of the UFC. He's under contract. This guy's not going anywhere for a while. But
not only that, but Dana's not going to lose that money.
Commission. That's where he's going to get fucked with.
I don't think
they're going to. You don't think they're going to suspend him?
No.
Oh, come on. You cannot believe that.
No, they're going to let the law is going to take care of it. And it was in New York, so the NYPD and he's going to have his little court date. And he's going to be fined out the ass, and the commission might fine him some money too. But they're not going to stop him from fighting.
Is it still true that? Well, I know it used to be in Colorado, but if you have a felony, you can't fight or a DM or anything.
I never heard that.
Or a DV.
I never heard about that. Maybe a DV, but I've never heard about the felony thing.
Yeah, I could have
sworn. I know a lot of felons that fight. No, I mean
in the cage.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm being serious.
He's like, I still know a lot of felons that fight.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that that's ever been a rule. And no matter what. So let's say the New York State Athletic Commission says he can't fight in New York. Big deal. There is no single body that controls what happens in the UFC. Okay, other than USADA and WADA and all that. USADA might have, control of every fighter in the UFC, but if something happens in New York and New York says he can't fight here, that's fine. We'll take him to, California. We'll take him to wherever. We'll fight Khabib in his homeland. You're not going to stop him. So
yeah, like you said, everything's kind of turning into a little bit of a shit show.
The UFC is a fucking shit show, bro. It is.
And they're still doing their thing.
Every single card, though, it's like, I don't get excited about anything. Like any fight that's put on there, I'm like, oh my God, I almost got excited about that. It's probably not going to
Really?
happen. Yeah.
I still get excited on some of these fights, but I mean, now they're talking about bringing Lesnar back. I mean,
he re-signed with the WWE or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. But I mean, there's no place for him anymore. I mean, it was cool for a half a second.
Really? You were going to fight Stipe?
Dude, Stipe would destroy him, man.
He would murder him.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you do that to yourself? Lesnar's had so many health problems. Why would you put yourself in harm's way like that? You're not a fighter.
To still be relevant. That's the only thing you're going to get out of that is
to make one paycheck is what it is. And that's what I think a lot of it is. I mean, Dana's not stupid, Even as much as Lesnar is hated, you're going to buy the fight just to watch him get his ass kicked.
Sure, I'll step in there. Shit.
You'd kill him too.
I don't know about that.
Come on. The guy's a big dude. He's powerful and all that stuff. He just roll you down onto the ground and try to do these little baby hands.
He'll definitely out wrestle my big ass. Yeah, that's for sure.
You land one on him, brother. It'd be done.
Well, I like your confidence. I like the way you believe in me.
I believe in you. I do.
And Ronda Rousey, dude, what the fuck is she doing, man?
Who cares?
It's the funniest shit in the world. It is the funniest shit in the world. They said, because she was in the WrestleMania for her first fight just recently.
And I heard she won by an armbar. Shocking. Shocking.
But she tried multiple times on that armbar, dude. And everybody was saying how shitty they looked. Like there was no form. It was straight up WWE.
Well, I'm pretty sure you got to be there. The girl on the bottom has got to have her boobs out. You do not cover the boobs. You cannot cover the boobs with the armbar. You have to make sure that your leg is a little bit on her belly to keep it looking flat. It's a production. It's theatrical. So, and I know I'm going to get people to say, "Oh, it's real. Do they get injured all the time?" Of course they do. They're hitting each other with shit. They're jumping around and shit.
Yeah.
It's like CrossFit. That's what it is. It's CrossFit in a ring.
It's not that bad.
It looks great,
CrossFit's a little more
people are going to get
effective.
hurt, but really, it's not that cool. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think CrossFit's.
I love DNR. Don't get mad, you guys. Jesus, God, calm down. I'm just joking.
Oh man, but yeah, I don't know. For me, man, she just doesn't do it for me. Like she never did. Like the only thing she ever looked sexy in is the ESPN photo shoot that she did.
All airbrushed.
Yeah.
All airbrushed up. She starved
Good
herself
for her.
She starved herself for 2 months and then airbrushed the shit out of that.
Good for her.
But here's the thing, and I can't get past the guacamole, dude. I don't know. I'm not perfect. I have a lot of flaws myself that people have to get past. So I'm not trying to say anything. But that big ass freaking thing, like you've got that much money, get that thing cut off your face.
Yeah,
like, that's all I stare at, bro. Like if she was right in front of me, I'd be like looking at that thing, checking for little witch hairs and all kinds of stuff. But no, I remember Rhonda. Like I was a big Gina Carano fan. Like back in the day when before Gina was even fighting MMA and all that stuff. I was a huge Gina Carano
Master
fan.
Toddy and
yeah. And then she got started fighting MMA, and she was untouchable back then. She's the true pioneer, by the way, people. And I'll argue with you all day. I'll set up a park bench, and we can have a big ass jar of lemonade and talk about this.
That's one of the reasons Strikeforce did what they did for a little bit.
Exactly. And Gina Carano is the female pioneer of women's MMA, not Ronda Rousey. If you only think that Ronda Rousey, then you came in late. So,
right.
But I remember watching, because when Ronda first started coming up in the MMA, she was talking a lot of shit. She was pulling a Conor McGregor. She was saying, oh, well, Gina Carano ain't nothing. They need a beautiful person.
She wouldn't take the fight.
Right. They need a beautiful face for women's MMA and da-da-da-da-da, and I'll beat the shit out of her, but she would never fight her. She would never, ever fight her. And, but I remember that back then they did like an interview with her on the beach, and she thought she was just so much prettier than Gina, and she's not. I'm sorry, but Carano is.
No, and then you got Misha.
Yeah. There's way better looking. You know what I mean? So there's that.
I don't know. I think we need to do like the next like pay-per-view that they do. We can get it here in the studio and we go play by play.
What, you mean the WWF one?
Yeah, we'll just WWE. We'll turn down all the sound and we'll just commentate the whole thing in our version. I think we can make it look good.
Film it, and then put it out as a video
right.
of us commentating. Oh my god, like Snoop Dogg does. Doesn't Snoop Dogg do that kind of shit?
Yeah,
or whatever. I'm down.
That dude does anything.
We can do that.
Yeah,
because Jessica is like, there's a women's or there's a show. I guess it's a reality show about the actual women of
Total Divas.
Yes, so Jessica's a huge fan of that. Like her
Brie and her twin.
Who's that?
Those are the main people in there.
Oh, you know it. I don't. So anyway, but Jessica, if you gave Jessica one wish, it would be that she could go back in time and start out as one of the women's WWE divas. Whatever. She full on believes that she should have been that in her life. And
awesome.
I'm not going to argue with her. She's beautiful. She's badass, and she could probably She could have done it.
Well, you definitely have to have an athletic talent. You can't go in there.
She's been an athlete her whole life.
Yeah, I know. You can't go in there acting like you know how to throw a couple of cool clotheslines and shit like that and bounce off the ropes. That you're going to survive because you do have to be an athlete. I mean, no matter what, you have to be an athlete to be able to do what they do for a certain amount of time. Mind you, I mean, dude, if I could take fake hits for a living, I'd be that man
and I
too.
know some of them are real, but to me, it's not much different than Jackass. Those guys were throwing themselves into some shit physically and getting hurt all the time and doing all that stuff, and they made a ton of money doing it. But I don't know.
Yeah, they also put a condom with a fucking toy car up their ass.
Which I might not be surprised if something happened like that on WWE with Ronda Rousey.
Just not a car.
No, I mean, so, yeah. I mean, Ronda is irrelevant in my book. But I did hear, and I don't know if you've heard this, and I don't know how true it is or anything like that. I don't know where I saw it or where I read it or whatever, but there was a possibility that Cyborg was going to step into a WWE ring while Ronda was there.
Don't do it.
I would be ashamed.
No, you know what? That would set up a real situation.
No, it won't.
You don't think so?
No, Ronda will never, ever, 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 ever do it.
No, I'm saying Cyborg. I could see Cyborg going off the deep end and just beating the fucking shit out of her.
I think Ronda would throw the first punch, but yeah, Cyborg would beat the living crap out of her.
And I'd pay to watch that.
I would too. I'd pay double. I'd pay double what they normally charge on the pay-per-views just to see Cyborg beat the crap out of her bare knuckle.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just from the phone, you can get the fight pass and all that shit. And we can come in here, hook my phone up to the TV and the monitor, and we can watch any of that shit.
Any of the WWE stuff?
UFC, WWE.
You mean free pay-per-view? You
No.
mean we can pirate it?
No.
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 Shaking your head yes while you're saying no.
I'm not shaking my head. I'm just saying there's a faster way,
Yeah.
Instead of taking every corner, we just go straight through that bitch.
Speaking of corners,
Right.
I'm pretty excited about this Sunday. We got one of our guys from Team Empower fighting at the Colorado Muay Thai
You don't say.
Championship. No, yeah.
Who is this individual?
This would be Christopher Enlow.
Oh.
Enlow. That's what no, it's not Enlow. So on his Facebook page, he spells his name backwards, and it's Enlow.
Oh, okay. You had me going for a minute.
It's
there.
Christopher
okay, 'cause
Lalone.
I heard Christopher. I was like, oh, okay.
It's Chris Lalone. It's Hanshi Eric Lalone's son, and he's now 6 foot. He's fighting at 155 pounds, built just like his dad, tree trunks for legs. And I've been helping out with training and all that stuff, catching for him and sparring with him a little bit. The kid is good. Yeah. He has gotten incredibly good. I'd put him right there with Tynan right now, like that level of skill. But he's focused on it, man. He loves it. He loves fighting, and we're gonna go up. It's tournament style, 155 pounds. There should be at least 2 fights for him that day. But so this upcoming Sunday,
That'd be fun.
it's gonna be.
Dude, we got to get Ty in a MMA match.
Okay, so he had an incredible offer. Juan Gonzalez, who is Tisha Torres and Raquel Pennington's UFC trainer, told me he would love to train Ty.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
why not?
And I shot it over to Ty on Facebook. I'm like, hey, Juan just said he would love to train you, man. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's cool. Think about it. What are you freaking kidding me? Like, you did this your entire life. Your whole dream was to do this, and now you've got an opportunity to train with one of the best trainers there is. And what? I don't know. God, could I have my youth back, please? Could I just have my youth back? I might be going to Thailand at the end of the year.
Shut up.
Yeah, serious.
Are you taking me?
If you want to go, come on. Let's go.
That's always been a thing I wanted to do. I was supposed to go a long time ago. An actual fight trip. There was a guy that was going to pay for my entire training, and the whole trip was going to be covered.
Well, that's why we're going out there to do some training.
That'd be badass.
Yeah. So. Eric Lalone and mentioned it to me, and we're talking about it. So it's a possibility going out there at the end of the year.
Dude, that's incredible.
I'd love to go to Tiger. Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
that would be amazing to train there.
There's only a certain caliber of fighters that come out of there, and they're all badass. There's
60, 70-year-old men in there that are
chopping down fucking bamboo trees and
that
shit.
Would whoop my ass. Yeah. Whoop it. I gotta get in shape, Drew. I gotta get in shape, brother.
We all do.
Yeah. Summer's a coming. Yeah. I've been saying that for 3 months now.
I was gonna say, I said that last summer. Summer was over. I said, summer's coming.
Summer's coming. Better get in shape. So what do we got going on coming up soon? Anything for Cinco de Mayo?
There's always something for Cinco de Mayo, but we have something special. We're actually going to be cage side for Renegade Fight Night Chapter 1, and it's Nemesis Promotions and Jackson's MMA Colorado. And if Jackson's MMA out of Albuquerque, they partner up, and we have a gym down in Pueblo that they're going to be doing it,
which is major.
So, yeah, the caliber of fighters that are going to be up there are ridiculous, and I can't wait. A lot of local guys fighting Cowboy Cerrone's team down in New Mexico, which is going to be awesome. So we are going to be cage side, and we're going to be doing a lot of badass interviews.
With some big names.
Yeah, not your tiny names. So, Cowboy Cerrone's going to be on there with us. We got Diego Sanchez. We have Dotson.
John Dotson.
Name it. If they're out of Jackson's MMA, Jackson Winkle, they're going to be on there with us at some point in time during the night. And also, it's a good time to get over there and support your local MMA against some high caliber fighters that are coming from New Mexico. And obviously, all of these guys that are going to be on this card have a huge potential to be able to hit that next level at some point. So come be a part of that and come say what's up to us.
And there's a lot of